everybody, it's Julie from beautifulhorizon.com. Today I thought I would talk about some ways that we've managed to live on one income. I worked when we were married and it was just the two of us up until I was pregnant with my oldest child. I was about 6 months pregnant, and that's when I stayed at home, and I've been at home ever since. One of the biggest things for being able to afford for me to stay at home was the fact that we had one car. For 9 years of the almost 11 years that we've been married, we had one car. And since I was at home with my son, that was okay. We would walk to the park to hang out there, or I would host little mommy play dates at my house so people would come to me. I had family in the area, so if I really needed to go somewhere, there were people who could just take me there, but I didn't have to do that very often. Most of the time I could go shopping on the weekends or after my husband came home, or if we wanted to go somewhere, I would usually go just after he got home. Another thing was consignment shopping for my son's clothes. I would take things that maybe we weren't using anymore, and I would take them there and get credit and then buy what he needed for the next size up. For my first child I didn't cloth diaper, but for my second and third I have, and I have a video about that I will link in the cards if you're interested in cloth diapering. If you're not, that's cool. Do what works for you. Also, I did some couponing, which actually worked like okay. That was like when I just had one child and I had time and I kind of changed my eating habits, so then I wasn't really finding a lot of the stuff that I wanted to eat, like stuff that was from scratch. A lot of the stuff that I was couponing was like processed foods, and I kind of got away from eating processed foods after a while. When I was a teenager and I was, you know, making money and stuff, I would buy a lot of clothes, buy a lot of shoes, go out to the movies or whatever. But then once I was staying at home, I just kind of didn't shop anymore. Like, unless I really needed something, I just didn't buy stuff. Another thing was that we cut cable. We didn't like have TV. A lot of people now are doing that and just watching Netflix instead of having, you know, like however much cable costs. And not eating out as much. Since I was home, I was able to make meals, and so that saves a lot of money. And especially meals like oatmeal, which I have a recipe video for oatmeal. It's a pretty nutritious one. You can throw a lot of stuff into your oatmeal. I will link that in the cards. Also things like beans and rice, that type of thing, it can save you a lot of money. So just Googling like budget-friendly meals that you can make from scratch can save you a lot of money. One other thing that I did was DIY gifts, and some of them were horrible. But some of them were actually fun. That's one thing that if you are at home and you have the time, you can invest that time into making presents for people for holidays or birthdays or whatever, instead of going out and spending more money because you don't have the time. So for me, that was one thing that was like, if I have time to do things at home, are they profitable for my family? Am I doing something that is freeing up money for other things? And I think that's a big part of being a stay-at-home mom. As far as the money part goes, like if I'm not making it, how can I save it? And just having that mindset really will help you go a long way. And also just giving up a lot of things that maybe if you were working, you'd be like, oh, I'm gonna go do this, or I'm gonna go do that, and spend money here, spend money there, because I deserve it, because I went and I worked, and you know, like you just kind of want to do those things for fun because you had a rough week. Well, yes, it can be rough at home too, but sometimes like I just feel like we can maybe forego those types of things and do something fun at home, or just get together with our friends with their kids and just have a chit chat, you know, while our kids are playing, instead of going to like a restaurant to chat there or something. Just kind of like switching those types of things. And those are my tips for today. So if you have any tips, leave them in the comments below. I'm sure I didn't cover everything. And I just pray that if this is something that you want to do, that God will give you wisdom and show you how to make it happen. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe for more videos like this. Give this video a thumbs up if anything and it helped you. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!